beautiful Yonis, beautiful women, beautiful female body people. So happy Monday. I'm coming to you here live on Monday morning from my home in Copenhagen. And I wanted to just kick off the week with sharing this embodied feminine self-care or feminine embodiment live practice. So today's practice is all on shaking. We were talking about shaking a lot in the Jade course that I'm running in our live call a couple of days ago. And shaking just has so many benefits to it. It's an amazing way to cleanse and clear your entire system, your whole energy field, your physical body. If you're ever in a place where you're like working or you're doing something and you're just like feeling a little bit tense, stuff is not flowing, getting up and even just doing a couple of minutes of shaking is such a powerful tool to just kind of like click you back into place. So I'm really excited to share this super simple but honestly transformative practice of shaking. Shaking is also really amazing for helping you to release any sort of wounding or trauma that's held in your body or your sexuality. So yeah, give it a try here with me today. And just a couple of pointers about shaking. So I'm going to show you standing shaking today, and you can just do it kind of like as a general tonic for your body. But I'm going to really encourage you in this video to focus specifically on your yoni, on your pelvis, and on your breasts. Because in this group, this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the female body. So you can do shaking literally for like 1 or 2 minutes, all the way up to like 30 minutes, 40 minutes even. Sometimes I just like play a lot of intense music and I'll do shaking for like, I don't know, like many tracks in a row. I'll create a playlist. And not only is it a little bit of a workout, like it definitely gets your heart beating and gets you sweating and all of this. But again, it also just, it's like, reset is the word. It's like your system just feels like it's being reset from this shaking. So yeah, when you do this on your own, like experiment with what 1 minute of shaking does for you, what one song of shaking does for you, what 4 or 5 songs of shaking does for you, and see if it's for you. Okay, so I'm not going to use music in this practice today, just because I'm here live, but I definitely do recommend finding some music that like makes you want to move. Also some like intense music, drum music or trance music I find really great. My absolute favorite shaking music comes from the Highlight Tribe, and you can definitely find them on Spotify. Okay, so I'm trying to go so you can see me. I hope that you can hear me still. So let me actually just come up and tilt the screen back a little bit. There we go. Okay, cool. So you want to start with your feet about hip width apart and your knees bent and relaxed and everything soft. So the pelvis soft, the chest and the heart area soft. And you're just going to start gently bouncing your knees so that your whole body begins to shake. But again, you really want to have a focus here in your womb area, in your pelvis, and you can use your hands to kind of shake this area with you. Breathing in also, using the sounds. And the thing is with shaking is that, you know, obviously at first we're consciously bringing it on. We're standing here and we're beginning to shake. But in time, your body actually gets used to this, and like the shaking can just happen through you. And this is what you want to look for, this kind of like relaxed, open state where your body is just able to kind of move and flow and shake in whatever ways is natural and organic. So breathing into your yoni, softening your yoni, maybe even having a hand over your yoni and shaking it up. Taking a couple of breaths into her Letting your butt also be really, really soft and relaxed. Shaking that booty. And if you're having anything coming up in your life right now that's intense or emotional, that you're wanting to release, you can literally imagine that you're just like shaking it out of your body and of your energy system. Really like releasing it down to the earth. Sometimes using the hands like this or up can be really, really amazing. And then bringing your hands to your breasts, and let's give the breasts some shaking and bouncing as well. So healthy for the breast tissue to bounce them and shake them, to flush them physically, emotionally, energetically. The breast holds so much. And there's also lymph nodes on the sides of the breast underneath the armpits, and shaking the breast like this is super, super good for flushing out the lymph fluid, which helps to keep us healthy and happy. So shaking your breasts, smiling down to them, feeling the connection with your yoni also, shaking the yoni, shaking the breasts at the same time. The yoni is really, really relaxed. And now just generally letting the whole body shake however it wants to for the last minute or so. Letting your spine be fluid and relaxed. So maybe you can see me from the side, like really letting the spine almost like wave if it wants to as you're doing this. Specifically coming back to the yoni, shaking her out, letting go of any kind of conditionings or holdings or emotions or belief systems, or even the imprint of actual people, of lovers that you're ready to release, shaking it down into the earth. Shaking the womb one last time, maybe having one hand on the sacrum, shaking the sacrum. And now just allowing your body to gradually come back to stillness. And just noticing the effects of what you've just done. Okay, so that was really only like, I think 4 minutes or so of shaking, but I can feel like something has moved within me. Like I feel a little tingly, I feel a little alive, there's some Shakti flowing in me, some energy flowing in me. I can notice like a relaxed alertness that's there. So yeah, I really, really recommend that you experiment with this practice this week. So kind of like the point of sharing these feminine embodiment practices with you every Monday is to, well, first get you acquainted with them and give you some different tools to work with, but also to encourage you to make it a week-long practice. So feminine embodiment and feminine self-care is much, much more effective when it's done in small doses over a long period of time, rather than just doing like one really deep and long practice every once in a while. So even if you shake just for like 2 or 3 or 5 minutes several days this week, that's amazing. You're doing so, so much for yourself, especially when your awareness is focused in your yoni and in your female body. So give it a try, and if you feel to, let me know in the comments how it was for you, how this video is, what you think and feel about shaking, what's coming up for you as you're watching this, what came up for you in the practice. And yeah, I always love to hear from you. So I'm wishing you such a beautiful, beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world, and really, really sweet week ahead. And thank you so much for tuning in. See you soon.